Okay, hi there, my name's Nick Dutch. I've been watching the debate, so to speak, between DLandonCole and Thunderfoot on Blog TV. Unfortunately, Blog TV has been incredibly buggy and mine has completely crashed. So I've seen about an hour's worth of the debates, which has been shortened, of course, because of numerous bits of technical hitchery. But what I've seen of it so far has basically given me not all that much in the way of pleasure. From the outset, Thunderfoot decided to start with a question or a point of debate, namely, would the world be better with less religion or without religion? This is obviously a very complex question, and a rather convoluted one. And DLandonCole then replied, well, yes, it would be. He would prefer a secular society rather than necessarily an atheistic one, and it's more a question of how you go about it, and therefore try to make the debate more nuanced and to focus in on more complex issues. During the early stages of this alleged debate, Thunderfoot would frequently talk over and interrupt DLandonCole, and was using essentially bullying tactics, which was thoroughly inappropriate. And there were lots of things which appeared in the debate itself, which was egregious in the extreme. Towards the end of the portion of the debate that I've been viewing, Thunderfoot gave a quote from one of his videos, but not only didn't take into account the visual imagery he was putting over that quote, but swept that issue under the carpet as if to suggest it was only the quote which essentially mattered. And on top of that, he asserted the quote, you know, if you behave like jerks, you'll be seen like a jerk, and the people you represent will also be seen like jerks, as being some kind of hard and fast fact about why the American people perceive the Cordova-House initiative, namely Park 51, in a negative light. And he carried on saying, people see this, and the majority of Americans see it this way, without providing any evidence whatsoever. If you're going to come out with such a powerful claim of that type, you have to be able to back it up. The only way that I could imagine that could be done would be with a very in-depth opinion survey. And when I say very in-depth, it would not just have to record a wide variety of different opinions on a Likert 5-point scale, but it would also have to have taken the respondents through maybe the MMPI, the Minnesota Multifaceted Personality Inventory, and the CPI, California Personality Inventory, which has sections in them which can essentially ascertain whether the individual is more likely to be a liar, more dogmatic, or indeed more fascistic, and thus to be able to look at the results of the actual opinion survey as well as the psychological profile that the MMPI and the CPI would actually create. But instead, Thunderfoot says the majority of Americans, the perception of the majority of Americans. So in this particular example, although this has not been the full debate, okay, there's much more of it's probably going on right now whilst they're sorting out their technical issues. But even as far as this point in the debate, we're seeing unscientific behavior from Thunderfoot, disingenuous behavior, as well as bullying behavior from Thunderfoot. All right. And there's a few more points I could raise, but I'm not going to right now. All I would say is I'm going to wait to see the whole thing when it's been uploaded to YouTube, and then I will be able to apply more detailed criticisms once I've seen the whole thing, depending upon time and all the rest of that. Speak to you in a while. Bye for now.